A bank executive is investigating your bank account. Because a high amount of check is deposited by. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal is not ordinary. Something unusual has been set in motion around your name. A file was opened quietly, a signature was noticed, and an executive from the bank paused longer than expected, staring at a check that carried a figure beyond what they imagined for your account. Someone deposited something in your name, and heaven itself is making sure you don't miss this moment. Hold on and stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you has the power to shake you awake and pull you into a future you never thought possible. Do not scroll, stay with me till the end, because what looks like an investigation is in truth a revelation. The executive is not just counting numbers, he is witnessing destiny rearranging itself. That check isn't only paper and ink, it's a key, a divine token, a movement of resources written in your favor. Heaven is orchestrating something behind the veil, and it has now reached the desk of a stranger, forcing them to question, why this account? Why this person? And the answer is clear, because you were chosen for overflow, for provision, for a turnaround that cannot be denied. Hold on and stay with me, because this is bigger than money. This is a sign. When earthly systems begin to check, when officials begin to double look, it is proof that something supernatural is trying to manifest in the natural world. You may have felt overlooked, you may have been counted out, but right now, even financial authorities are staring at your name, and heaven is smiling, because you are about to be credited not just with funds, but with honor, recognition, and favor. Don't skip this moment. Every detail matters. The number written on that check is symbolic of more than currency, it is symbolic of promises kept, debts cancelled, and breakthroughs assigned. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. The one who signed it didn't just move their hand, they were guided, they were pressed by heaven to write an amount tied to your destiny. Stay with me till the end. Imagine it. The vaults that once seemed locked to you are now preparing to swing wide open. The eyes that once ignored you are now fixed on you. The systems that once delayed you are now accelerating because heaven has intervened. This isn't about suspicion, it's about confirmation. You are marked for abundance, and the check is proof that no power can stop what's already been released. So hear this, the investigation is not against you, it is for you. It is heaven making sure nothing goes missing, nothing gets stolen, nothing is delayed. It is a reminder that your account, both earthly and spiritual, is about to overflow. Hold on and stay with me, because when the final page of this report is closed, your name will carry a testimony no one can erase. The pen that signed that check was not moved by chance. The hand that wrote the figure was directed, as if an unseen force whispered into their spirit, write this amount and release it. This is why the bank executive could not simply file it away as another transaction. They had to stop. They had to pause. They had to look again, because something about it was unusual. And in that unusual movement lies your confirmation. Hold on and stay with me, because what appears as paper is in truth prophecy. Wait and stay with me, because this is not about money alone, it is about destiny. When resources begin to gather in your name, when financial channels begin to point in your direction, it means heaven is transferring weight into your life. This is the beginning of doors opening, opportunities multiplying, and people speaking your name in rooms you have never entered. The check is only the first sign. It is a seed that will multiply into harvest. Stay with me till end, because what the executive is seeing with their eyes, heaven already finished in the spirit. There is a record being written, and your name is on the line where "approved" has been stamped. Do you realize what this means? It means that no matter how many times you were denied before, no matter how many times your name was overlooked, now heaven has written in bold letters, "This one is chosen. This one cannot be ignored anymore." Hold on and stay with me, because when God sets His eyes on you, even bankers, even executives, even systems must bow. They may call it protocol, but it is really prophecy unfolding. They may call it auditing, but it is really angels aligning. They may call it verification, but it is really heaven's validation. The check is not just currency, it is testimony that heaven is depositing favor into your life. Wait and stay with me, because your account is not just numbers. Your account is a symbol of how much you are worth in the eyes of God. They may check balances, but God checks your heart. They may examine figures, but God is releasing fullness. And right now, the balance of your life is shifting, the scales of your story are tipping, and the abundance written with your name on it is coming into view. Stay with me till end, because when this process finishes, you will not only see increase, you will see transformation. The check is not the end. It is the beginning of a stream that never runs dry. It is the sound of heaven saying, "I have seen your waiting, I have heard your prayers, I have counted your tears, and now I am answering with more than you expected." Listen closely, because the picture is still unfolding. The bank executive is sitting there, eyebrows raised, trying to make sense of why this check, of all checks, landed on their desk. The digits are high, the amount is unusual, and the signature carries weight. Yet what they don't know is that it's not merely business, it is divine handwriting shaping your life. Hold on and stay with me, because the story doesn't end with a deposit, it begins with a revelation. Wait and stay with me, because every detail is part of a script written long before today. The ink on that check was dried, but in heaven, the decision was made long before the pen touched paper. Someone thought they were making a simple transaction, but in reality, they were acting out prophecy. And now you are in the middle of it. The bank may call it investigation, but heaven calls it activation. This is the moment when the unseen becomes seen. Stay with me till end, because your life is about to prove something that others doubted. The very systems that once delayed your flow are now the ones releasing it. The very hands that ignored you are now being forced to recognize you. The same world that counted you out is now calculating numbers around your name. It is not luck, it is alignment. It is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Hold on and stay with me, because there is more. When a check of that magnitude enters your account, it doesn't just carry financial value, it carries spiritual authority. It marks you as someone heaven has endorsed. It says, "This one is approved. This one is trusted with increase." And when God approves, no system, no executive, no power can overturn it. Wait and stay with me, because what is happening on paper is about to spill into every area of your life. This is not just about balance, it is about breakthrough. This is not just about finance, it is about favor. This is not just about numbers, it is about narrative. And your narrative is shifting even as you hear these words. Stay with me till end, because by the time this process is finished, the same account that was once small will now testify of abundance. The same name that was once whispered will now be declared with authority. And the same life that once waited will now overflow. This is your time, this is your sign, and nothing can erase what heaven has already released. The executive turns the page, scanning every line, but what they don't realize is that they are reading a chapter of your destiny. Numbers may look like digits to them, but to heaven, each digit is a symbol of answered prayer, a sign that what was once withheld is now being released. Hold on and stay with me, because what they are questioning with their eyes, heaven has already sealed with approval. Wait and stay with me, because you need to see this clearly. Whenever unusual favor comes, it attracts attention. Not because something is wrong, but because something is right. That check is proof that your name is being lifted higher. It is a reminder that your story is shifting from not enough to more than enough. It is heaven's way of saying, you cannot stay small any longer. Stay with me till end, because there is more happening here than meets the eye. That deposit is not only a transfer of funds, it is a transfer of status. It is setting you apart. It is announcing to every system that your life has entered a new dimension. Where others had to struggle, you will flow. Where others had to fight for scraps, you will walk into surplus. Hold on and stay with me, because your account is not just a balance, it is a mirror of how heaven is balancing your life. The seasons of lack are being corrected. The seasons of waiting are being reversed. And now, the scale tilts in your favor. What you thought was delay was only preparation, and now, it arrives not little by little, but in full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. Wait and stay with me, because even the executive, even the system, will not be able to deny what has been written. They will have to stamp it, they will have to record it, they will have to declare, approved. And once that word is spoken, nothing can cancel it. It becomes law, not just in the bank, but in your life. Stay with me till end, because when this chapter closes, the one who doubted you will hear of your increase. The one who counted you out will see your rise. The one who thought you would stay behind will watch you walk into overflow. The check is only the sign, the real blessing is that your entire life is about to testify that you were chosen, marked, and lifted for this very moment. The executive leans back in the chair, staring at the figures again, and for a moment it feels like time has slowed. They whisper to themselves, how did this check find its way here? But heaven already knows the answer. It was written into your story long before you even realized it. Hold on and stay with me, because this is not just about finance, it is about recognition, restoration, and release. Wait and stay with me, because every large deposit into your life is a reflection of something greater. That check is a symbol of what is being transferred into your spirit, strength, peace, and favor. Just as the bank records every transaction, heaven records every tear, every prayer, every night you wondered if breakthrough would ever come. And now, the records are aligning. What was pending is being processed. What was delayed is being cleared. Stay with me till end, because the executive is not just handling paper, they are touching prophecy. And that prophecy says your name cannot stay in small places. It says your story cannot remain hidden. It says your season of waiting is collapsing into your season of winning. The check is a declaration that heaven has already approved what the earth is only now beginning to see. Hold on and stay with me, because soon you will realize that this moment is not just a transaction, it is transformation. This is the kind of sign that turns doubters silent and gives believers joy. This is the kind of movement that shifts not only accounts but atmospheres. It is the proof that you are stepping into abundance that cannot be contained, a flow that will touch not just your life, but the lives connected to you. Wait and stay with me, because every detail is pointing in one direction, toward your increase. The desk, the check, the signature, the questioning glance, all of it is proof that something extraordinary has landed in your space. And once it lands, no one can remove it. Once it is recorded, no one can erase it. Once it is sealed, no one can undo it. Stay with me till end, because the page is turning and the ink of destiny is still fresh. You are about to witness the kind of overflow that cannot be stopped. And when you look back, you will remember this moment, not as suspicion, but as confirmation that heaven chose this time, this hour, and this sign to let you know, it is your turn now. The room feels heavier as the executive looks once more at your file. They see the check, the numbers, the account, but they don't see what heaven sees. They see paper, but heaven sees prophecy. They see digits, but heaven sees destiny. Hold on and stay with me, because this moment is about more than a transaction, it is about transformation. Wait and stay with me, because when such an unusual amount appears, it isn't random. It is alignment. It is the universe bringing back everything you once thought was lost. It is the fulfillment of promises whispered in your quiet moments, promises you may have doubted, yet they never left your life. That check is heaven's way of saying, I did not forget you. I was only preparing the right moment. Stay with me till end, because the numbers on that paper may be high, but what they represent is even higher. They represent restoration of time. They represent multiplication of favor. They represent doors opening without you having to knock. The investigation at the bank is only a reflection of heaven's attention on you. Your name is being checked, reviewed, confirmed, not for rejection, but for release. Hold on and stay with me, because what is happening now will ripple through every part of your life. Just as money flows into accounts, joy is about to flow into your days. Just as the check is written in bold ink, your blessings are being written in bold letters across the story of your future. This is not the end of waiting, it is the beginning of walking into what has always been promised. Wait and stay with me, because every signature, every stamp, every seal is pointing in one direction, towards your breakthrough. You may have thought your life would remain ordinary, but this moment proves otherwise. You were chosen for extraordinary. And when heaven marks you for increase, no desk, no executive, no system can stop what is already released. Stay with me till end, because this is not simply about wealth, it is about witness. People will see this and know that something greater than you is working for you. They will ask how, they will wonder why, but you will know it was not coincidence, it was heaven. And when you stand in that moment, you will remember, this is the sign that everything is about to change for you. The pen is set down, the papers are stacked, but the executive cannot close the file. Something inside tells them this isn't routine, this isn't ordinary. They feel the weight of it, as if unseen eyes are watching over this moment. Hold on and stay with me, because what is happening in that silent office is a reflection of what is unfolding in your life right now. Wait and stay with me, because you need to understand this: when heaven moves, earth must notice. The check is not only numbers on a slip, it is a message written in currency. It says your waiting season is over. It says your name is marked for increase. It says you are stepping into a flow that even systems cannot ignore. What the bank calls a deposit, heaven calls destiny delivered. Stay with me till end, because this is more than balance sheets and signatures. This is the story of your life shifting gears. Where once you were overlooked, now you are being highlighted. Where once you were delayed, now you are being accelerated. And the very same table that once had no space for your name is now covered with documents bearing your name in bold letters. Hold on and stay with me, because this is not about suspicion, it is about confirmation. The reason the executive cannot move past this check is because heaven will not allow your blessing to be brushed aside. It must be seen. It must be acknowledged. It must be recorded. Your breakthrough will not be hidden. Your increase will not be denied. Wait and stay with me, because what you are witnessing through these words is the unfolding of a bigger truth: you were always meant for more. Every figure written, every digit placed, is heaven's way of multiplying your portion. And when heaven multiplies, it doesn't just add, it overflows. Stay with me till end, because this chapter is not just about deposits in an account, it is about deposits in your destiny. The same way the check carries weight in numbers, your name carries weight in the Spirit. You have been signed for overflow, stamped for abundance, sealed for favor. And no one, no system, no man, no circumstance, can overturn what heaven has already marked as yours. The executive adjusts the glasses, takes another look, and for the third time cannot move forward. The figures echo louder than numbers should. It is as if something on that check refuses to stay silent. Hold on and stay with me, because this is not about digits on paper, it is about destiny shouting your name. Wait and stay with me, because heaven always finds a way to get attention. And right now, your life is attracting attention in places you never thought it would. This check is not only a transaction, it is a testimony. It testifies that your account, once quiet, is now a stage for abundance. It testifies that your name, once hidden, is now glowing under light. Stay with me till end, because what seems like an investigation is really an announcement. The bank may be checking for details, but heaven is checking for completion. And the report is clear: your blessing is verified, your breakthrough is confirmed, your name is written in bold across this moment in time. Hold on and stay with me, because this is not only about wealth, it is about worth. Heaven is showing you that your value cannot be measured by where you started, but by where you are destined to arrive. The check is a mirror of promise, it reflects the greatness already inside you. And once it is deposited, it becomes a sign no one can deny. Wait and stay with me, because when unusual favor arrives, it doesn't arrive quietly. It shakes systems. It makes people question. It causes those who once overlooked you to look again, this time with wonder. And that's exactly what is happening now. Your name is written in places where it cannot be erased, your portion is sealed in a way it cannot be stolen, and your breakthrough is being processed in full. Stay with me till end, because soon the file will close, the check will clear, and the testimony will begin. And when it begins, it will spread beyond the bank, beyond the papers, beyond the desk. It will reach your life, your family, your days ahead. And it will stand as proof that when heaven decides to increase you, no one can stop what has been released. The silence in that office grows deeper as the executive looks again at your name. Every line on that check seems to carry weight, not only financial, but spiritual. They cannot explain it, but they feel it. Hold on and stay with me, because what is stirring behind closed doors is about to open wide in your life. Wait and stay with me, because this check is not simply paper, it is a prophecy written in ink. Each digit is a declaration that your life is shifting. Each signature is a sign that your portion is secure. Each stamp is heaven's way of saying, this cannot be blocked, this cannot be erased. What is written is final. Stay with me till end, because what they call verification, heaven calls validation. The account they are examining is more than numbers, it is your destiny account, and heaven has already deposited blessings in it. Now, the earthly system is catching up to what was long ago approved in the Spirit. Hold on and stay with me, because when your name is highlighted in unusual ways, it means the season of hiding is over. No longer will you be unnoticed, no longer will you be passed by. Just as the executive cannot ignore your file, life itself cannot ignore your favor. The spotlight has shifted, and it rests on you. Wait and stay with me, because the more they examine, the more undeniable it becomes. This is not luck, this is alignment. This is not chance, this is design. Everything about this moment whispers, chosen, appointed, elevated. The check is only the surface sign of a much deeper movement, heaven raising you into visibility. Stay with me till end, because when the process is complete, not only will the check clear, but your path will clear. The blockages that once stood in your way will collapse. The doors that once stayed shut will open on their own. And the life you prayed for, the life you dreamed of, will begin to unfold right in front of your eyes. The executive places the check down but cannot move on. It's as if something invisible is holding their attention, whispering, "Look again." They flip the file back open, eyes tracing your name, and the more they see, the clearer it becomes. This is not routine. This is remarkable. Hold on and stay with me, because you are about to see how heaven uses ordinary papers to deliver extraordinary prophecy. Wait and stay with me, because when a figure this large is deposited, it carries a message beyond money. It says the season of being overlooked has ended. It says the waiting room is behind you and the open door is before you. It says everything you once thought delayed was only being prepared for perfect release. Stay with me till end, because the investigation is not against you, it is for you. Every stamp, every question, every signature is proof that heaven is spotlighting your life. The same way a check must pass through layers before it clears, your destiny has passed through processes, and now it is being finalized. The word "approved" is already written across your story. Hold on and stay with me, because when heaven releases increase, even earth's officials must acknowledge it. They may call it verification, but it is validation. They may call it protocol, but it is prophecy. What is happening in that office is confirmation that your name is tied to breakthrough that cannot be blocked. Wait and stay with me, because when this clears, it will not only change numbers in your account, it will change the narrative of your life. The same people who never imagined your rise will be witnesses of your increase. The same circles that never counted you in will hear of your overflow. The same systems that once overlooked you will now announce your favor. Stay with me till end, because this moment is not about suspicion, it is about revelation. And the revelation is this: your name carries weight, your account carries destiny, and your future carries abundance. What started as a check is about to end as a testimony that cannot be forgotten. The executive leans forward now, unable to shake the feeling that this check carries more than value, it carries a story. They tap the paper lightly, as if testing if it's real, yet something inside whispers, "This is bigger than what you see." Hold on and stay with me, because what is unfolding in that quiet office is a reflection of your breakthrough that can no longer be delayed. Wait and stay with me, because you must see the meaning here. Every unusual deposit is a sign. It means heaven has decided your time of waiting is over. It means the things that once trickled in slowly are now rushing like a river. It means your name, written on that slip, is no longer ordinary, it is stamped with authority. Stay with me till end, because this is not only about the bank, not only about paper, not only about digits. This is about destiny catching up to you. The check is a symbol, yes, but more than that, it is a door. And once that door opens, no one can close it. Hold on and stay with me, because every eye on that document proves a simple truth: you cannot be ignored anymore. Where your file once sat unnoticed, it now demands attention. Where your account once held little, it now holds significance. And this significance is not temporary, it is permanent. Wait and stay with me, because the process is almost complete. Soon, the seal will fall, the stamp will land, and the release will be undeniable. You will see the fruits of what was planted long ago. You will walk into the increase that was written for you. And when you look back, you will know, this was the moment when heaven announced your overflow. Stay with me till end, because this is not the final page. This is the turning point, the pivot where everything begins to move in your favor. And once it starts, it will not stop. This is your confirmation that abundance has your name on it, written in bold, and no one can erase it. The executive now feels the weight of silence pressing stronger than before. They know this isn't just another file. They glance once more at your name, and something deep inside them says, "This one is different." Hold on and stay with me, because what is being whispered in that moment is the same truth heaven has been preparing to reveal to you. Wait and stay with me, because the check in their hand is more than a financial slip, it is a key. And keys are never handed over without reason. This is a sign that the locks which once held you back are now breaking open. It means the vault of blessings tied to your name is being unlocked before your very eyes. Stay with me till end, because this is the part where everything changes. What was once pending is now being processed. What was once questioned is now being confirmed. What was once small is now being multiplied. The investigation was never to harm you, it was to highlight you. It was to make sure nothing slips away, nothing gets lost, and everything reaches you in full. Hold on and stay with me, because this is how heaven writes its story. Not with thunder or loud noise, but with quiet movements that shift everything. A check on a desk, a name under review, a signature being verified, and yet, behind it all, destiny is being sealed. Wait and stay with me, because the executive will soon set this file aside, but you will carry the testimony forever. You will remember how heaven turned paperwork into prophecy, how numbers became narratives, how what looked like coincidence was actually confirmation. Stay with me till end, because this is not about money, it is about meaning. The meaning is clear, your life has entered a chapter of undeniable increase. And when heaven declares, approved, no voice on earth can ever say, denied. The executive runs their finger across the ink once more, almost as if tracing your destiny without realizing it. The numbers seem alive, the paper feels heavier than its weight, and the room itself carries an unusual atmosphere. Hold on and stay with me, because this is not ordinary, it is a divine signature unfolding before your eyes. Wait and stay with me, because every unusual pause is part of heaven's plan. When someone stops to look twice at your name, it is because heaven commanded them not to move forward until your blessing is acknowledged. The check is not just being processed, it is being protected. It is being guarded to make sure nothing slips away from you this time. Stay with me till end, because your story is shifting in real time. The very systems that once delayed you are now working overtime to confirm you. The same processes that once seemed heavy are now bending in your favor. What felt like resistance is now turning into recognition. And recognition is the door to release. Hold on and stay with me, because this check represents more than money, it represents movement. It represents your life being lifted to a level where no shadow can cover it again. It represents your account becoming a testimony, not just a transaction. And when heaven decides to make you a testimony, nothing can silence it. Wait and stay with me, because the file will soon be closed, but your chapter is only opening. What looks like the end of paperwork is the beginning of your prophecy. And once the stamp falls, once the approval is signed, everything around you will begin to shift in alignment with what has already been written. Stay with me till end, because this is the page where everything changes. Your name is not only on the check, it is on the scroll of destiny. And that scroll has been unrolled in this season to declare one word over your life: overflow. The executive cannot shake the feeling anymore. They know something extraordinary is tied to your name, something that refuses to stay hidden. The numbers glow brighter in their mind, the signature feels heavier, and the weight of destiny presses stronger. Hold on and stay with me, because what is being revealed here is not just finance, it is fulfillment. Wait and stay with me, because the check before them is no longer a simple deposit. It has turned into a declaration. It is heaven's way of saying, this one has been chosen. This one has waited long enough. This one cannot be denied anymore. What looks like currency is really confirmation. Stay with me till end, because this moment is not random. It is precise. It is written. It is timed perfectly so that you would know your season has shifted. Every digit on that slip is a reminder that your days of lack are behind you. Every line of ink whispers that your story has entered increase. Every stamp is an echo that says, approved. Released. Cleared. Hold on and stay with me, because you are not hearing this by chance. You are hearing this because your name has been highlighted in rooms you have never stepped into. You are being mentioned in places you didn't expect. And just like this check is forcing attention, your life is about to demand recognition. Wait and stay with me, because what is being reviewed today will be celebrated tomorrow. What is being checked in silence will soon be announced in clarity. And once it is cleared, your life will carry a testimony so strong that no one will be able to deny it. Stay with me till end, because you are standing at the edge of a release that will not only bless your account but also bless your path, your family, your entire future. This is not just paperwork. This is prophecy, signed, sealed, and now about to be delivered. The executive exhales slowly, as if the very air carries weight, and their eyes linger on your file longer than any other. They sense something unusual, something unexplainable, and though they may not know why, heaven knows exactly why. Hold on and stay with me, because what is being stirred in that silent room is the echo of your destiny stepping into fullness. Wait and stay with me, because this check is not only proof of wealth, it is proof of worth. It is evidence that your name cannot remain unnoticed any longer. The deposit that raised eyebrows in the office is the same deposit heaven has been preparing to release into your life. Every digit is not a coincidence, it is a code written by the divine. Stay with me till end, because the moment of approval is drawing closer. The pen that will stamp it, the hand that will authorize it, are both part of heaven's choreography. What the world calls banking procedure, heaven calls divine performance. This is not about investigation, it is about elevation. Hold on and stay with me, because when heaven decides to elevate you, even Earth's systems become the stage. Right now, your name is on that stage. Your story is in review. And what is being finalized behind closed doors will soon manifest in open spaces. The very same account that once looked ordinary will now overflow as testimony. Wait and stay with me, because every signature and every seal is a reminder that you are stepping into completion. The days of waiting are closing. The nights of wondering are ending. The seasons of delay are being overturned. And in their place comes clarity, confirmation, and release. Stay with me till end, because this chapter will be remembered forever. The file may be closed in the office, but in heaven, it has just been opened wide. And written across the page of your destiny is a single word that changes everything: overflow.